So with that, I would like to introduce, to set context for today, Wolfgang Whitman, the Senior Vice President for Enterprise Server Storage and Networking, Asia Pacific and Japan.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Singapore. It's a great pleasure to talk you through about the exciting world of HP Cloud. We are really proud to present you our cloud portfolio, and we have a real complete portfolio. It starts from the design of a cloud data center, up to the infrastructure and the operation of cloud services. We believe we are ready, we believe our customers are ready, and we will lead you through what customers who piloted cloud solutions with HP think about and how HP helped them to get successful in their businesses. So you can be sure that HP is ready to deploy cloud. The next question is the APJ, Asia Pacific and Japan region ready to deploy cloud? And the answer is absolutely yes. The region is more ready than other regions on the planet. First of all, let's have a closer look on macro forces and talk about economy. The Asia Pacific region is outgrowing the Western economy from an IT spending point of view, from a GDP growth rate point of view. The example here relates to China. By 2019, 20% of the total worldwide GDP will come from China. But there are many other countries who fuel the same GDP growth rates in the region's smaller, mid-sized countries. So absolutely the countries and the regions are ready. How is the social conditions and the social environment developing? First of all, if we take the example of Facebook, Indonesia is number 2 from a subscriber rate in Facebook. Obviously, the United States are number 1. Indonesia is number 2. The total Asian population who subscribe to Facebook accounts to 44% of 100% Facebook users. So these technologies, the new technologies, are adapted by the users in the region extremely fast. The 7 largest cities on the planet are in APJ. Young people live in these cities. Young people would like to connect all the time, instantly, and through mobile tools. Not all the infrastructures in these cities are ready, and this is the cloud opportunity from a social conditions point of view. Let me talk about technology. Virtualization and cloud are the leading components on IT spending. When I talk to customers, and I was Thursday, Friday in Beijing, I met 4 customers there. 2 of them have cloud solutions, private cloud solutions implemented. One organization has a research project going on for cloud, and the third organization is in the process of implementing cloud solutions. IT companies like HP drive a huge amount of growth out of the region. It's about 25% of the total revenue spent of companies like HP, which are generated in the regions. Another proof point that this is a growth region. Now, how is the typical Asian enterprise doing from an expansion point of view and from a growth point of view? First of all, Asian companies truly get multinational company. Strong exports linking out to all these countries where they want to do business. So they need support for regional expansion. They would like to move into other countries. They need partners, global IT companies who can help them. They need to be competitive. If they are competitive in the home market, does not mean that automatically they will be competitive in the other markets. So they need to adapt their business model, their domestic business model, extremely fast and efficient. And last but not least, they need to develop completely different business models in the countries where they want to go and operate. Now, what does this mean to the IT strategy, and how can HP's cloud solution help them to be successful? First of all, speed is everything. We deploy cloud solutions, including the integration into their data center within 90 days. Commitment from HP, we deploy these solutions within 90 days. Changes to cloud infrastructure need to take minutes or seconds and not hours and days. Think about a marketing campaign which is extremely successful. Thousands or 10,000 of subscribers want to get support. The cloud system will provision the website, in this particular case, automatically and make these services available. Second thing, business agility. Another example, which is a real-life example, by the way, from Asia Pacific. Think about a customer is going out into another country, acquiring a company. So what is the first thing you need to do from an integration point of view? You connect them into the mail system. How do you connect these 1,000 employees into the mail system? Very simple way. You go to the HP Cloud Portal, you define the 1,000 users, you define the mailbox size, you define the characteristics of the users, who can read, write, who has what kind of privileges, and then you press a button, the deployment and provisioning button, virtually speaking, and then the cloud system will dedicate the right amount of storage, server, and networking solution to this particular task to manage these 10,000 paid users. Later on, the project might be finished, and you don't need these 10,000 users anymore, the 1,000 users, it doesn't make a difference. You press the dedeployment button or the deprovisioning button, and the IT resources like networking, storage, and servers will go back in the resource pool, in the cloud resource pool, available for other applications. Real life situation which we have implemented in APJ today. Operational efficiency without cloud in today's data center, the IT spending is somehow split into a large 70% portion, which is basically the maintenance of hardware, the maintenance of new software, the acquisition of new software updates. 70% is the typical spend just to keep the data center and the services alive. Consequently, only 30% is available for new activities that business requires from the IT department. So the problem is always a huge bottleneck in terms of I have, as the business manager of the company, new ideas, but my IT organization cannot implement them because they spend 70% on maintenance. HP Cloud System turns this around. HP systems will have less than 30% on the maintenance side of the IT budget and more than 70% freed up for truly new innovation, for cloud service innovations. Last point, increased ability to scale. What do we mean by that? Not every company has 100,000 employees today and is effective in all the countries around the globe. Particularly in your countries, in the APJ regions, customers, enterprises start small and they grow. With HP Cloud System and converged infrastructure, You can start small. The components are industry standard components, and you can add the same component without changing system management or operations on the fly. Unmatched capability in the entire industry. Now is cloud demand and cloud computing a topic for the IT managers in APJ? Absolutely, and I will refer to a Forrester research. The Forrester research has asked CTOs and CIOs, do you have a plan to implement private cloud solutions or public cloud solutions in the next 12 months? And you see the difference here, the difference per region. While 58% of the CTOs and CIOs in China say yes, we have a plan, 56% in India say yes, we have a plan, only 32 or 34% in Europe or in the United States have a plan. Why is this? I think there are two reasons. Number one reason, in the APJ region, there are huge amount of greenfield projects. About 4 out of 10 projects are greenfield projects. What is a greenfield project? A complete new data center, a complete new application, something new like this center here, like the casino on the other side of the streets. This is a greenfield project. 4 or 3 out of 10 projects are greenfield. In the Americas and in the US, you have replacement business, and hence it's more difficult to enter into the cloud environment. We HP have about 15 cloud centers all over APJ. We have an executive briefing center in China, in Beijing and in Tokyo, who help customers to lead them through the cloud implementation experience. We have proof points of about 500 customers who are using cloud today. And ladies and gentlemen, some of the customers are here today. Those are the customers who have started to pilot and pioneer cloud solutions with HP. Some of them 3 years ago. Customers who has asked HP to design their cloud data center. Some of the customers who have rolled out joint cloud solutions from a public and private perspective. And you will hear from them why they have chosen HP and why their business model got successful with HP. Thank you very much. I wish you a great day, and I'm sure that you will be excited about our cloud portfolio. Thank you.